Hello and welcome to Habana News. Today I'm going to talk to you about the youngest brand of Cuban cigar, the youngest of the 27 brands of the Habanos portfolio called San Cristobal de la Habana. San Cristobal de la Habana is the former name of La Habana. It was called by the Spaniards San Cristobal because it means Saint Christopher. And Christopher Columbus was the man who discovered Havana, Cuba in 1492. This brand, when it was created in 1999, had four standard production cigars. And the four cigars made were named after fortresses, all based in Havana, Cuba, because in these days, since the 15th, 16th century onwards, the Spaniards needed to defend the city. They had to create a lot of fortresses. That is what happened in these days. You had to be careful because, of course, a lot of other countries, mainly the French and the British and the Dutch, in these days had big navies, and they sometimes wanted to grab some islands in the Caribbean. So we're going to have a look at the four standard production cigars. So the first one is El Principe. Uh, El Principe is still a standard production um, today, and El Principe is named after the Castillo del Principe, which means the castle of the prince. Then, after the Principe, we have La Fuerza. La Fuerza is named after the Castillo de la Real Fuerza, also a castle fortress in Havana, Cuba. Then we have La Punta. La Punta is named after the Castillo de San Salvador de la Punta, another castle fortress in Havana, uh, Cuba. And also El Moro, which was the largest um, cigar of the brand. El Moro was named after the Castillo de los Tres Reyes del Moro, another castle fortress in Havana, Cuba. This cigar was discontinued in 2013, and if you can find it, maybe on Bon Roberts on the auction website, or if you still find a shop that sells it, uh, you have to grab it. It's a beautiful um, cigar. The size of this cigar is it's a Paco. It's 49 by 18 centimeters. It's a beautiful cigar. Then in 2006, the brand made three La Casa de Bano editions. The first one was Mercaderes, which is named after a street in Havana, Cuba, called Calle Mercaderes. Then there was in 2006 also another cigar called Moraya, which means the wall. Also in 2006 there was another cigar, another La Casa de Bano release called Oficios, which is also a street, Calle Oficios, in Havana, Cuba. So the three La Casa de Habano releases were named after streets of Havana, Cuba. Then in 2009, there was a collection book made in this brand, and the cigar was called O'Reilly. It's named after Calle O'Reilly, and it's the largest cigar of the collection in ring size. It's a 56, a beautiful cigar. Also, if you can find it. In 2012, there was a Habano specialist release. It was a jar. They made 2,000 jars of this amazing cigar called Torreon. And Torreon is this. It's a beautiful, beautiful jar. I'm going to show you the jar. It came with an ashtray on top. One of the most beautiful jars ever made. It's beautiful. And Torreon is named after the different Torreons towers, little towers, protection towers, dungeons in Havana, Cuba. So there's the Torreon de San Lazaro Turret, Torreon de Cojimar, and also Torreon de la Correra. These are the three Torreones, the three dungeons that I could find. These were also there to protect the city. After that, in 2017, there was a regional edition made with this brand called La Cabana. It's a regional edition for Cuba, and La Cabana is another fortress. It's named after the Castillo de San Carlos de la Cabana. So once again, they're using the name of a fortress to name their cigars. That's in 2017. In 2018, there was a Habano specialist release called Prado, a Petit Pyramides cigar. And Prado is the name of a paseo, a little street in a promenade street in Havana, Cuba. And in 2022, they released, or they made a collection book, the second cigar of the collection book, called San Cristobal de la Habana Reinas. So Reinas is named after La Calle Reina, which was the name of a street called the Queen Street, and the name was changed later on into the Avenida de Bolivar, named after Simon Bolivar. So this is the story of the brand and the different cigars. According to the Habanos website, this brand is classified as medium light, so it is not a strong brand. It's not. They don't make strong cigars, and obviously it depends which. Some cigars are stronger than some others in the brand, but they are classified with H. Chapman, Rey del Mundo, and Paul Larrañaga as medium, light to medium cigars. So I hope you learned many things in this video, and I look forward to seeing you soon. If you have any questions, obviously, as usual, don't hesitate. Goodbye.